G'day guys, so today we're looking at how to tape your ankle after a lateral ankle sprain. We're first going to start with an anchor at the top. Now I like to do a curved anchor, not straight perpendicularly across, so up on an angle as seen there. What this does is contours the skin a little bit nicer than actually just going straight across, and generally keeps the tape without any edges or lifted, folded parts in it, which can lead to sort of skin tears and a poorer taping job. We're then going to go on to doing some stirrups. So for this ankle, we're going to do 3, but it could be 2, just depending on the size of your ankle. Now, because my player here rolled his ankle towards the midline, we're going to start on the inside of the ankle and work our way up to the outside of the ankle. So as you can see there on his foot, he's suffered an ankle sprain about 10-12 days ago. So we're trying to start on the inside, work our way up onto the outside. So this is just already, with our first bit of tape, starting to counteract that inversion or ankle roll. We want to cover a large surface area, so we're sort of covering half the tape. So the first one, the second one then covers half of the first one, and the third one covers half of the second one. For our 6s, we're going to start in the middle of the lateral part of the outside of the ankle, come around the inside of the medial malleolus, and then come up over the lateral malleolus, which is the bony part on the outside of the foot there, which creates the 6. So you sort of finish where you start. Applying the second one, we're going to go over half of where we started on the first tape to create that basket weave layering effect. And I'm just going to come up and finish a little bit more posteriorly or towards the back of the ankle here. To go the other direction, we're going to start on the other side, coming around the inside of the malleolus there, around the middle of the foot, and then coming back and finishing where we started on the other side. So the first two where we start on the outside of the foot is going to resist the inversion, and the one where we start on the inside of the foot is just to provide a nice sling on the inside of the ankle, just to help with stability and feeling of evenness of the tape. Just finishing off with the final 6 there. Now moving on to our Calcaneal slings, or what some people like to think of as a heel lock. We're going to start on the inside for this one, coming around, splitting the Achilles in half on an angle, following around the bottom of the calcaneal, and then finishing up either where you started or across to the opposite side. Now, where you finish doesn't overly matter. You just want to feel the direction of the tape based on the angle that you started on. We'll sort of tell you whether it's easy to finish up straight and keep the tape nice, or to go and where you finished. So just seeing on that side there, we started on the outside of the ankle, coming down around the back of the Achilles, looping around the heel, and either coming up and finishing where you started or going across to the other side again. We can then lock off here, and for most people this is a really good taping job that'll suit the majority of ankles. Make sure to tape off well so it doesn't feel loose at the top for the athlete. Now your options are, you could have stopped after the 6s for some people that don't want the pressure on their Achilles, but for a more stable ankle, I think the heel locks or the Calcaneal slings, depending on your terminology, is a really more complete tape to prevent a inversion sprain. Forefoot loops are a great way to finish off if the athlete just wants a bit more lateral support. Start on the inside or the medial aspect of the foot, taping around in a circular motion with the basket weave pattern, covering half of the tape beforehand, covering the 5th met, which is the lateral bony bit of your toes as I go across there. This is just a nice addition to any sort of lateral ankle sprain prevention taping.